Hey, folks. Okay, let me give myself an audio test. Yep, it's working. So, y'all see the title. I'm not going to hold up a lot because I know people are probably running all over the place and I didn't do my normal announcement. I just found a break in the action. And so I decided I would go ahead and do this right fast because I was going to do these as a video. But being it's 3 videos, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make a video into a stream and I'll just go from there. Hey, Carrie, done myself an audio test and just to see yeah, I can see it. It's small, but I'm looking at it on my phone but I can see the I put the little chat box down here in the bottom down over here. So so it's actually showing in OBS. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this going, and I guess as folks come in, I'll just carry it from there. But I bet no, let me do my perfunctory. All right. The first video I'm gonna do is about my hometown of Detroit. I mean, who didn't see this one coming? The illegals from Chicago, being that they're already fighting for scraps in Chicago, they've got the idea, and in a way, for them, it's a good idea of going north from Chicago to Detroit. Detroit is abandoned. So is so many abandoned houses sitting up, and Michigan has lax squatters' rights laws. So this is a match made in hell. I mean heaven. I mean hell. But I'll let them deal with it. I don't know if they've Googled Detroit. They'd be okay because people inside in the wintertime, wait till summertime, wait till it get warm out. So there's this thing called a place called Freedom House in Detroit. Okay. Now, Freedom House in Detroit ain't nothing but a sheltering system for illegals that come into the Detroit area. The side of town where they're at, they got got a school right by there, middle school. They didn't change the name. It's Cesar Chavez School. Everything on that side where the Freedom House of Detroit is. You look at all the restaurants. Go to your Google map whenever you want to and type in Freedom House Detroit and hit enter. And you know how the map pops up, and as you zoom or move around, you can see all the other businesses around it and whatnot. If I don't get too long-winded, what's up, Beat Boss? I'll go ahead and I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it on one of these screens here because I can take you there blindfolded. I don't even need a map. I know exactly where it is, and I know exactly what's going on. This has always been a sheltering system for illegals, but they just ain't so blatant with it. They've always got away with it, if you know what I mean. So let's play the video, and then we'll go from Detroit. Then we're going to go from Detroit to New Jersey to Jersey. I think the next one is Jersey. Let me see. Yep, New Jersey. And then we're going from New Jersey to Denver, Colorado. Okay. A lot of the purveyors of this actually screwed the pooch by thinking that lawless people were going to play by their rules. You think they would, if they apparently they haven't learned anything, but anyway, they gonna learn. But here's the bad part. It's going to put a strain on the good people that's out here. Now, I'm waiting on all my folks in Detroit to start hollering, hearing nothing flat. And y'all know I ain't trying to hear a damn thing. I ain't trying to hear a damn thing they gotta say, because when they come all up my face, I'm just running them up. I'm just running away from me, man. Get out of me.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But as soon as something fires off in Detroit, I'm quite sure Detroit gonna do what it normally do.
Parties.
And then it's gonna be on and cracking. But that's what I'm waiting on, because I need that sacrificial lamb. I need that lamb to be slaughtered and slit wide open, live and in living color, so we can get this train back on the tracks. Let me go ahead and get this Miss Lady up here, and let's go Miss Elizabeth Orozco Vasquez. This is in Detroit. Y'all know we already Biden already dumped 14,000 Afghans there. Remember when he pulled us out of Afghanistan and left all our equipment over there that's now over in Iran? Like I told y'all, look, we're going to wind up fighting our own stuff that he left over there. And here we are. You look at the videos where Iranian troops and fighters are walking around with brand new M4s, brand new M240s, brand new Medusas. Those are the guns. Those are the weapons that was left in Afghanistan. I said it then. Nothing. There is no consequences around here. There are no accidents. This is done on purpose. And it just takes a while for it to formulate itself. And here it is. But anyway, let's go Miss Orozco Vasquez.
Continue to follow the border crisis beyond our own border.
Yeah, cities like New York and Chicago are running out of resources with the number of people that are arriving there, and migrants are now looking at other cities that could potentially help.
And one of them is Detroit, Michigan, where KGUN 9's Adam Klepp reports from outside a city shelter running out of room.
This is the Freedom House in Detroit. I just spoke to the CEO, who told me usually in a year they serve about 125 refugees. Now they have over 200 clients.
That's a fib. They serve about 500.
And 70 people staying under their roof. In this neighborhood, just west of downtown Detroit, the Freedom House, a nonprofit operating in the city for over 40 years, takes on its latest challenge.
As other cities become overwhelmed with this current situation, we're seeing that we're getting some of that overflow.
The Freedom House's CEO, Elizabeth Orozco Vasquez, says many of the migrants who come to their door expect to be able to work right away, not understanding it's a month's or a years-long process to get authorization while their asylum claims are pending in court.
That's a fib. Oh, and trust me, you better believe the media is in on it. They know, because they already got the word from the ones that's been here for years and years and decades on end. A lot of them, the majority of them, aren't even attempting to get any paperwork to be here legally. Because if they do, then they have to pay income tax and property tax and federal tax and state tax and city tax and all that other stuff. Any of them, let them talk. They will tell you their number one mission is to make money and send it back there. It's not to fortify the United States. It's to fortify where they come from. Anybody with a library card or an internet connection can look up what I say.
really difficult to explain that, and it's disheartening. You can see their face fall.
I'm able to speak with one of the migrants staying at the Freedom House. Per the Freedom House's request, I'm not sharing their name or face. The man tells me he came from Venezuela 4 months ago, and it hasn't gone as planned.
What one expects when coming here is to work and make money to help the families in our country, but I haven't been able to do.
To make money and help the families in our country, not here. Their mission is not to turn that money back into the U.S. system like all of us regular U.S. citizens do. Because our money goes right back into this same system. It just keeps, it circles. Them, it don't. Once they make it, once they cash it or get the cash, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone there. Yeah, I'll pay. They shack up a bunch of them in houses and whatnot, so lights and water and utilities, or steal utilities, or places where stealing utilities is a misdemeanor, or whatever the heck the case may be. But the bulk of that money is going back to where they came from.
Do that.
Orozco Vazquez says this is
and she knows it.
Frustrating part of her job.
Local businesses call me and say, we need workers.
Adding if the migrants could legally work.
You can believe that if you want to. Look at the unemployment rate in the city of Detroit. People will take them jobs, a lot of them jobs, but a lot of them jobs, especially the ones that's doing anything to deal with construction or plumbing or whatnot, the blacks, I'm just saying it the way it is. Y'all been froze out, but it's your own fault. I'm not going to turn this stream into that. It's your own fault. I've talked about it before. Oh, and Carrie, hey, you see, I got my talking points blocked back. Finally took my goofy ass long enough. I had to make it again because OBS done an update and it wasn't reading my original deal, so I had to create it all again from scratch.
They would become self-sufficient. Then she could free up much-needed space.
So the person who wants to work, businesses here in the U.S. that need employees, and they're unable to connect because the U.S. government has put restrictions in place so that they can't work.
Still, migrants tell me this situation is still better than what they left behind.
I still would have come to the U.S. We come knowing the beginning will be hard. By waiting and by God, our problems will be solved.
His court date is set for October. Reporting in Detroit, Michigan, Adam Klepp, KGUN 9.
Knowing what I know, I still would have came. The invaders get more support than the natural born citizens, the people that are born and raised here. They get more support than you do. Notice all the places where all of this stuff is happening is ran by who? Who runs these places? I mean, I know who runs these places. I'm quite sure you know who run these places too. But let's go ahead and get on with the next one here. Now, Jersey ain't liking this at all. It's all over Twitter X, and a couple of YouTubers are raising like, oh, hell no. Y'all right next to New York. You right under New York. You already knew. You should have known when New York got overloaded what's going to. Oh, and folks, if you support it and purchase my torque gear, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But if you haven't, still got a few months of winter left on the if you're on the East Coast or the Northwest. Go ahead and buy your torque gear hat. Shameless plug.
To avoid Mayor Adams' new crackdown on buses carrying asylum seekers to the Port Authority. Buses.
how's the audio on the news pieces? Is it loud enough? Does it need to be increased, or is the audio on the news pieces, is it too low, or is it just right, or whatnot? I'll wait and look at the chat. Yeah, and they can be traced if they are on paper. Correct, Gray Fox. Once they sign up and do paperwork, they can be traced. Because I know my audio, because I got my audio meter going. I know I'm booming through, but I can't. I don't have on headphones, so I can't hear the news media, the media pieces that I'm playing. So I'm waiting to see. It's okay. Okay. All right. Let's keep going then.
They've now started dropping off hundreds of them in New Jersey and the suburbs so they can continue their final destination to New York City on a train.
Again.
Eyewitness News reporter Jan. An effort to avoid Mayor Adams' new crackdown on buses carrying asylum seekers to the Port Authority. Buses have now started dropping off hundreds of them in New Jersey and the suburbs so they can continue their final destination.
Oh, and please hit the like button for me so it can move me up in the algorithm. I need to get back to doing this on a weekly basis, but I appreciate y'all.
To New York City on a train. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu live in Secaucus this morning with the details. Janice, what do we know?
Good morning, Mike. So Mayor Adams' new executive order places limits on when buses are allowed to arrive at the Port Authority. So in order to seemingly skirt that, it appears buses are arriving in New Jersey and migrants are getting off of those buses, getting on trains and heading into New York City. So this has been happening in several locations throughout the state. At least 12 buses from Texas, one from Louisiana, have arrived at several train stations in Secaucus, Fanwood.
Oh, so Louisiana pushing them too. Well, we've added another quill to the fight.
Edison and Trenton. About 450 migrants have been dropped off recently in the state. Mayor of Secaucus said in a statement, it's quite clear bus operators are trying to find a way around the executive order and that perhaps those boundaries put in place are too stringent and causing these unintended consequences. Meantime, the mayor of Edison.
Has anybody ever thought of maybe they just need to carry their asses back south of the border? That you're here illegally and you shouldn't be here anyway? This is a hell of a way to try to thwart the 2024 election, ain't it? And if anybody thinking that these people are willing to burn down heaven and earth to keep Trump out, to keep Trump from running again, I don't know what to tell you.
Says he'll be taking steps to keep migrants out of his town. He says he's instructed law enforcement to charter a bus to transport them back. And Trenton. About 450 migrants have been dropped off recently in the state. Mayor of Secaucus said in a statement, it's quite clear bus operators are trying to find a way around the executive order and that perhaps those boundaries put in place are too stringent and causing these unintended consequences. Meantime, the mayor of Edison says he'll be taking steps to keep migrants out of his town. He says he's instructed law enforcement to charter a bus to transport them back to the U.S.-Mexico border.
Edison Township police officers did not know if any of those 40 individuals were carrying weapons. They couldn't be identified. And that is a major problem. That's a major security risk. It's a health risk. And we're just not going to tolerate that.
Well, at least one person got some ball. Hey, how long y'all think it's going to take? How long y'all think it's going to take for Potato Joe, for Side Road Joe, to send somebody over there to see this, to talk to this mayor about him saying, no, we arresting them, putting them on buses and running them back to the border? How long y'all think it's going to take for Side Road Joe to come in and go after him?
Man, this is some bullshit.
Meantime, Mayor Adams released a statement that reads in part, quote, this is exactly why we have been coordinating with surrounding cities and counties since before issuing our order to encourage them to take similar executive action to protect migrants against this cruelty. Governor Murphy says he is working with local and federal partners to find a solution to this problem. Live in
Of course, I say the solution is to send their asses back.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get Inibu.
Enibu. Look, this is out of control. Yep, pretty much every state is now a border state. Now, here's the thing about us Texas folks. This is normal to us. This is an ongoing fight. It's a war by proximity for us. You know, because Texas is ground zero. Now, a lot more, they try to force themselves. See, the only reason they try to come this way, they'll tell you, it's because of Interstate 35, access to Interstate 35. Because 35 is the main vein that runs from, 35 runs from Mexico to Canada. It runs straight through the United States. Because if not, then they have to go through the more desert Southwest to New Mexico and Arizona, where now this is the right time of the year to do that because it's not scorching hot, you know, like Texas don't get hot, right? But what's up, Jay? Hey, Kayana. Ice cold. So the other way they come up is through 10. Now here's the deal. Interstate 10, if y'all don't, you know, run around and do all the driving, because y'all know me, you know, we transporters and whatnot, specialized transport, heavy duty, commercial towing, blah, 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 blah. You have so many checkpoints on Interstate 10. You don't have nowhere near as many checkpoints on Interstate 35. So once they make it north of Dilley, Texas, they make it north of Dilley, and they don't get pulled over in Natalia or Divine, they know they home free. Because where does most of the buses, if y'all paying attention in the news over the years, even pre-COVID, where were the buses and the tractor trailers that was hauling them always dumped? They were dumped in San Antonio. They were dumped in San Antonio. I know a guy that actually had to impound the tractor trailer. It's no big secret now because now the investigation is over. Guess who had to pick up? Guess who had to pick up the tractor trailer that everybody seen in the news? The black and silver Peterbilt with the red and maroon stripes on the side of it. I done a selfie with it sitting in my yard and I sent it to a handful of select people. But I couldn't do that then because it's long gone. The feds, they done picked that truck up. That truck been gone for almost a damn year now. So that's why I tell people, don't tell me that I don't know what Jay, the woman that's right up over you, Carrie, she seen the picture. I sent it to her. I tell them, look at the truck, look at the news article. Yeah, look at the truck I'm standing here taking a selfie with. And she, that's the same truck. I got it. They came through my jurisdiction, through my account where I have my DPS contract. It was my job. I had to pick it up. You remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah. I sat on that truck for a long time. That truck sat in my yard and I had to put it all the way in the back because you have to keep it away from prying eyes and they didn't want people zooming, taking pictures of it and all that other stuff. So I just took a picture of it. And then I done a selfie with me with the truck, Brother Rastas. And that was it. But I never posted it. I ain't trying to go, what do you call it? Viral. Because that's going viral for the wrong shit. Because that's when them silver and charcoal gray Suburbans pull up to come see your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because, Inibu. No, I ain't having none of that. So this is turning into a worldwide deal. Southwest Side Scrapyard told the city will revoke its oh yeah, and they after them, boy. Here we go with this. Okay, let me get I'm not showing Cass Jordan's video because he all right, he a good guy, but you just never know Okay, here we go. This is the next video. Ooh, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. Let me get it straight. New Jersey not feeling the effects of asylum. There it is. I'm tripping. There it is.
As the asylum seeker crisis reaches New Jersey.
Buses are coming to the Garden State to get around some new rules in New York, and Mayor Adams has some new ideas about.
This is the second Jersey one. Then we going to Denver.
What to do next. CBS News' Elijah Westbrook joins us live from the newsroom with more. Elijah.
That's right. Well, Chris and Mary, the issue this morning now becomes where does New Jersey go from here, and how is the state willing to deal with this crisis? Well, Mayor Adams says he's asking officials at every New Jersey community with a train or bus station to issue executive orders similar to his.
As more buses of asylum seekers arrive in New Jersey, Mayor Adams points the finger at Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who thought he got the better of the mayor by finding a way to thwart his executive order, one that limits the hours buses of asylum seekers can arrive in the city.
We're dealing with a...
Why would any government entity, any American city say, you know what? Let's become a sanctuary city where literally what you're saying, let's say it what you're really saying. You're harboring criminals. You're a criminal when you break the law. You broke the law as soon as you crossed the border unauthorized.
The world ain't what it seems, is it, Gunny?
No, sir, it's not. You keep that in mind. Soon as you think you got it figured out, you're wrong. That man that said that, his name was Levon Helm. Levon Helm. He's no longer with us.
Right now, and everything is on the table that conforms with the law. Our legal team at Corp Counsel and my special counsel here, they have spent the entire holiday weekend looking at every option that is available to us.
One of those options, the mayor says, is exploring the possibility of sending the NYPD to New Jersey train stations. The mayor and his team are also asking officials at every New Jersey community with a train or bus station to issue orders.
So he considering sending New York police officers to New Jersey train stations? Wouldn't he have to be granted municipal authority by the state of New Jersey? Or is it just, I'm mayor of the largest city in the United States. This is New York. You got enough problems with damn cops and whatnot there now. So you gonna send them cops, your cops, to New Jersey. To do what? To do what? See, now here we go, y'all. Hey, man, don't pay Sly no attention, y'all. Just don't do it. Don't feed into him. Don't feed his Frankenstein. That's an Alice Cooper song. I love that song. Don't feed his Frankenstein.
Or bus station.
Another musical fact. Damn shame. The song Dr. Feelgood. Who was that? Motley Crue? Whoever it was. Yeah. They took a line from the song, he's gonna feed your Frankenstein. That's the line from Alice Cooper's song in the Dr. Feelgood song. I can't help it. Y'all know I'm a music junkie.
To issue orders similar to his.
Let's go back a little bit.
The mayor exploring the possibility of sending the NYPD to New Jersey train stations. The mayor and his team are also asking officials at every New Jersey community with a train or bus station to issue orders similar to his.
What Texas is doing is bonkers. They have tried to shut off communications so that we have ghost buses that are arriving en masse.
So Texas is bonkers for not being a sanctuary state and sending people seeking sanctuary to sanctuary states. Lisa Zornberg, chief counsel to the mayor, as soon as this little thing is done, you need to go have yourself checked out. You know, she should be playing some Louis Armstrong on the way. I went down to the St. James Infirmary, because that's where she need to go. You bonkers.
Any time of day, any time of night, on the weekends when we are least able as a city to staff and meet any emergent needs of people coming off the buses.
Chartered buses with asylum seekers came to the Edison train station on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Are these Amtraks? So Amtrak, I mean, because hell, they need the business. Is this, or is New Jersey have their own state transit lines, or is this Amtrak rails and New Jersey trains just running on their rails? I don't know. I don't live in New Jersey. Anybody know something about New Jersey? Help a brother out.
According to the police chief, on the first night, they were notified by NJ Transit, but the move caught the town off guard.
We want to make it clear that they would not be able to stay in Edison Township. What I know is that Edison Township does not have the financial resources or the social services resources to take care of migrants.
Now, a spokesperson for Texas Governor Abbott is calling Mayor Adams' executive order, quote, hypocrisy. The spokesperson also says Texas will continue busing migrants to sanctuary cities like New York to help alleviate the border crisis they're currently experiencing. Chris, Mary?
Okay, Elijah, thank you.
Hey. What am I supposed, what are we supposed to do here? Let me get the last one. Let me see. Migrants. The internet done a pretty good job of scrubbing those migrants that were arrested, the ones that beat up the New York PD cops, because I knew I should have grabbed the video when I seen it, when they was walking out, and it's a CNN reporter trying to talk to one of the migrants, talk to them while they coming out, and they're doing this to the cameras. They doing this while they walking and talking. And so many people, of course, you know, they already broke down what they were saying. You know, man, F the F. Basically, F your system, F your police, F all this stuff. Now, also, Governor Hochuli, that chick, the governor, she gonna sit up here and talking about this is unacceptable. They can't do, you know, this, that, and other. Can't, you know, attacking our police officers. This is unacceptable. But yet and still, y'all released them the same day. They didn't even spend the night in jail.
Man, this is some bullshit.
They didn't even spend the night. Not one night in jail. Okay? And the DA, Bragg, he under some heat already over this Trump stuff. Okay? Over the deal that was supposed to get thrown out. And he decided not to go after, you know, I'm telling you, this should be a no-brainer. Like, let me see. We're in an economic downturn. I got tons and tons of American-born homeless and veterans that need a place to stay. We done had a blizzard, a couple of them blow through already. That's done shiver me timbers. That's done froze everything up. I know. Let's bring in millions of illegals. That's what's going on in my brain. You're driving me crazy. But anyway, let's go ahead and get these
Henry
next
Brito
ones so we can
was
run
charged
them down.
with robbery and felony assault in the attack.
And look
Concerning
at them. They
21-year-old
grinning. They grinning.
And I'm Natasha Burma. 6 men have been charged in connection to that brutal attack caught on camera. And the NYPD is still looking for more suspects. Let's get right to Fox 5's Kendall Green live in Times Square with the latest. Kendall?
Hey, good evening, Steve and Natasha. This has become a...
Kendall got that fresh cut. He must just got his fade done before he grabbed the mic. Kendall, fresh.
Pretty complex legal process in just a matter of days. Now there's a fear looming that the men involved with that attack could avoid being brought to justice.
2 of a dozen migrants accused in a vicious Midtown attack over the weekend appeared in court Thursday.
And shout out to Nick Taylor for being one of the first in these circles to drop this video. Everybody, hey man, did you see the video? Do you watch my channel? Yeah, well, I literally dropped the video like about an hour and a half after it happened. You did? Yeah. Oh, my bad. Yeah, stop sending me stories. And please, y'all, some of y'all, I get it. And look, I don't mind people. Stop emailing me stories on stuff that I've already done. Stop emailing me stories on videos I've already done. I ain't mad. I mean, but hey, what you say? Tell me that you don't watch my channel without telling me that you don't watch my, and I don't care. I get it. I'm a small fry, but stop sending me stuff. Stop sending me stuff on the suggestions to do news stories on stuff that I've already done.
And stepped with droves of NYPD officers in a show of support for 2 of their own, pummeled on camera Saturday evening. The duo were the 6th and 7th arrest made Wednesday, but only 24-year-old Henry Brito was charged with robbery and felony assault in the attack. Concerning 21-year-old Yandri Barros, District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office.
Now let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Shout out to Keep It 100 too, wherever he is out there. Y'all know me. I don't play the racial game much, but let's go. If 5 black youths would have jumped on 3 NYPD officers, kicking them while they on the ground and ran away, when they would have got caught, they faces would be all kind of lumped up. What's up, Lou? They would be all kind of lumped up if they were still had if they were still breathing on their own and in one piece. They may not be breathing, or they may be in need of a breathing apparatus, or they would have been lumped, or they'd be lumped up. They wouldn't be walking out 5 hours later after beating up 3 cops and kicking them, smiling, because they wouldn't have any teeth. They'd be in ICU. There are certain places you know how it go, and people, and the thing is, the Democrat, the leftist, center left Democrat Negro always complain about how they're treated in their own Democrat ran places that they elect the people. I didn't elect the chief of police. Well, he's not electable. The sheriff is, but the chief is selected. Did you vote for your mayor? Yeah. You know, the mayor selects the chief of police, right? Yeah. So you selected the chief of police by default. Mayor is going to pick a chief that falls in line with his thought process. Ain't no Democrat mayor going to go way outside the city and go look for a conservative damn police chief to drag into New York, to drag into anywhere. What are you talking about? If that would have been 5 black youths, this story wouldn't be going like this. And y'all know I don't never play the race card, but I know what I know. And even if they wouldn't been walking out no 5 hours later. They wouldn't be walking out no 5 hours later. What you want to be bet they had been held to face charges. And that's serious charges. Jumping on police, that's serious charges. What happened? Oh, Texas is all talking, no action. Nah, baby. No. Oh, no. No. We can get down with the best of them. Let's keep going here.
Declined to prosecute, citing a lack of evidence to
declined to prosecute.
Was charged with robbery and felony assault in the attack. Concerning 21-year-old Yandri Barros, District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office declined to prosecute, citing a lack of evidence to prove his involvement.
We have to ask the question, why did these 4 individuals be released on their own recognizance?
Because Alvin Bragg said so. Because Alvin Bragg said so.
Today's arrest followed 4 migrants also arrested and charged in the assault Saturday and 1 later Monday. Yet all were released but 1 who was under a supervised release. The calls for justice in the attack just keep coming in, including this one by the PBA president just outside of the courtroom Wednesday morning.
They brutally attacked a New York City police officer and a lieutenant.
Hell, Texas, the governor then activated our own Texas Army National Guard to put keep the razor wire up, and then told the Border Patrol they can go fly a kite. And the Texas Army National Guard then took over the island that you use. Us folks down here in Texas know what this island is. It's like a trade. The illegals done ran that island forever. It's an island. It's literally an island. But that's where, it's like a halfway point. As you coming across the Rio Grande, then you can come into Texas. They done took over the island. Texas Army National Guard then took over the island. And the border is razor wired and resealed. And the president is calling down here to get the governor to stop saying that the Texas Army National Guard, because y'all know Texas, we're the only state that have our own army. Texas has its own Air Force. We have our own Air Force. We have our own army. Okay. So and the governor told him, no. Well, you need to let my border agents cut through that razor. No, to do what they've been doing, just letting them walk in and putting them in the detention camps. All right, who else? Time to blow my own horn. Who else do y'all know in this sphere that done a full story on the camps in Del Rio, Texas, and Donna, Texas? Who else y'all know? Hands of who done them besides me? Any hands? Anybody? Bueller? This is nothing new. This ain't nothing new. He already gave his writ of execution, read it live. I got a copy of it and I read it and put it right here on this channel. Read it, put it on the screen and read it word for word. So can't nobody, well, what it meant. I got the actual document. I put it on the screen and I read it line by line, word from word, from start to finish. I didn't interject. I didn't add anything to it. I didn't take anything away. Okay? All right, let's go. I just figure I get that because there may be somebody later on that watched this, because I ain't taking it down because I ain't doing no cursing and ain't no fighting and shooting or nothing. So I ain't got to take it down. And, and they may not have known what I just said. Because a lot of people, if it ain't on TikTok, it ain't on Twitter or TikTok. I mean, let's keep it 100. Anyway, let's go. Like the stream, please, folks.
Criminal justice.
And homeboy here, he looked like he's genuinely upset.
Keep coming in, including this one by the PBA president just outside of the courtroom Wednesday morning.
Look at the veins in his
Brutally
neck.
attacked a New York City police officer and a lieutenant. Our criminal justice system is upside down. It fails every day.
Governor Hochul behind the podium hinted deportation.
Shout out SKC. That's my brother. Where it says Communita Anthropology, that's SKC, y'all. Shout out SKC. Bruh, you be killing me. Hey, SKC? Thank you.
Should be looked at for the migrants involved in the attack before saying it plainly and clearly.
Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers.
She's a small, she looks bigger when she's sitting behind a desk in front of a camera. She's a small frame woman. Now you listen to what she said. Listen to what she say. Let's roll her back. Yeah, Governor Abbott right now, he G status. Listen to what she say.
Clearly.
Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody.
Republican Staten.
She said, get them all, send them back. You don't touch our police officers. But your DA that's under you, release them on their own recognizance. Is this political doublespeak? Is this electioneering? What is this? Was that just a soundbite for the press? She said it, right? That's the soundbite. Clip it. Clip it. Clip it, SKC. Clip it. She said it.
And clearly.
Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody.
Republican Staten Island Congressman Nicole Malliotakis blaming politics.
Democratic policies at City Hall have made this much more difficult for our law enforcement than it needs to be.
But the road to capturing and convicting all of the attackers involved is getting rocky, as some have reportedly already fled the city.
And the problem that ICE has is that because the NYPD...
They, all except for one, has fled to, they got literally, once they were released, they found they had money to pay for transport from New York to California. They're already in, 3 of them are already in California. They ain't even hiding. They left one sanctuary state and gone to another sanctuary state. And we already know Governor Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna send them back. That's Bang Your Wife Newsom. Look, if your street name is my name is Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom, you know, man, look, they home free. They home free. What you want to bet? Nothing happened to them. Won't nothing happen to them unless Biden slip out of the damn out of the election here later on. Yeah, California is a sanctuary state. It sure is.
is prohibited from sharing information, and the city is denying any detainer request. It makes it very difficult.
While officials in Mayor Adams' administrations argue joint local and federal.
The city denying detainer requests. The city denied the detainer request. Can I say it again? Matter of fact, I'll just let her say it.
the city is denying any detainer request, it makes it very difficult.
While officials in Mayor Adams' administrations argue joint local and federal pursuit of the accused shouldn't be that tall of a hurdle.
If the federal authorities are able to get a warrant for the arrest of these individuals, we are allowed to work with them and participate with that.
Meantime, Assistant Commissioner Cass Daughtry posted this video to X with a warning to the suspects.
We will scour the globe to find you.
Here in
commit
California.
any type of assault on one of our police officers.
Everybody know they're in California.
Police are still on the search for the 5 individuals in connection with that attack. Anyone with information is asked to come forward. That's the latest from Times Square. Kendall Green.
Of the 7 suspects arrested for beating up 2 cops near Times Square, only 1 has been ordered to be held with bail.
All right, several of those others, while they released without bail and possibly have now gotten out of the city on a bus to who knows where. Lizette Nunez has the latest from Times Square this morning. What's going on?
Good morning, Kurt and Roseanne. And all of this is happening as there are growing calls to deport these individuals who are behind this attack. Police telling me they continue to look for 5 more suspects. Yesterday, there was a huge showing of support for the officers who were attacked. Police packed the courtroom following the brutal attack of 2 officers outside a migrant shelter over the weekend. Yesterday, 24-year-old Yohenry Brito was the first to be ordered by the DA's office to be held on a $15,000 cash bail. The DA's office declined to prosecute a 7th person who was arrested in the attack, citing a lack of evidence. 4 others were arraigned earlier this week and then released. Now, there have been reports that the 4 may have fled outside of New York City after court, and that attack prompting calls for deportation, including from Governor Hochul.
Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody.
So Yohenry Brito, the one suspect who was ordered to be held on a $15,000 bail, well, he does have a criminal history. He has 2 open cases, and then also last year he pled guilty to disorder.
He already has 2 open cases. The one that they're keeping. Forget the other ones, even though all of them was kicking the cop. He has 2 open cases.
He pled guilty to 2 open cases. He does have a criminal history. He has 2 open cases, and then also last year he pled guilty to disorderly conduct. That's latest here in Times Square. We'll send things back inside.
Okay, thank you so much, Lizette, for that update. Meanwhile,
and let's move on to Denver, Colorado. Okay? Ain't nothing out of reach. Once you put sanctuary in your name, hey, can you stop going here? Thank you. Once you put sanctuary in your name, all bets are off. The hard part is the hard part is they're already here. The hard part is done. They're already here and they're not logged into any system. What's your name? Juan Torres. That's your name? Yeah. Juan Torres. Yep. Juantorrez, not S. Z. Torres. Well, normally it's with an S. I said it's with a Z. Tell me how to spell my name. Don't make me kick your police officers. Okay, it's with a Z. It's with a Z. This is where we're at. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's pick up Denver here.
Tonight, one of Colorado's largest hospitals facing a crisis. Physicians at Denver Health telling us they treat everyone who comes to the ER, regardless of immigration status or ability to pay. But they're struggling to handle a spike in migrant patients.
It's been really, really hard to take care of them, both in terms of their inability to pay, but also just the sheer volume of patients that we weren't expecting.
Denver has a population of 700,000 people. In just the last year, nearly 40,000 migrants have arrived. The mayor declaring a state of emergency. More than
got a partner of mine up there in Pueblo. There's Pueblo is just south of Colorado Springs. That was my last active duty station. Real close friend of mine up there. I talked to him about this morning, and he is like 40,000. He's like, dog, it's more. He said, dude, we're about ready to hit 70,000. What the hell they talk? But the news can tell you. See, but he's there, so I'll listen to him. That's just like a lot of the news stuff of what's going on here in Texas. Us people here in Texas, we be looking at each other like, where the hell did they get that information from? We're here. I'm not in DFW. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in Plano. I'm not in Frisco, Texas. I'm in the dirty South. I'm in the South. I'm in the South. I can drive to the Gulf Coast, hour and a half, and I ain't hot rodding, just hour and a half. The immigration check, I'm about 60 miles away from immigration checkpoint. 60 miles from immigration checkpoint. Don't tell. We know what the hell's going on down here. Okay? Come on, lady. Spit it out.
8,000 migrants have come to Denver Health for care, and most of that is coming out of the hospital.
Of patients that we weren't expecting.
Denver has a population of 700,000 people. And just the last year, nearly 40,000 migrants have arrived. The mayor declaring a state of emergency. More than 8,000 migrants have come to Denver Health for care, and most of that is coming out of the hospital's pocket. The hospital says they need more help from federal and state government to pay for over $10 million in unpaid migrant medical bills so far.
$10 million unpaid. That ain't coming out of the hospital's pocket. That's coming out of the pocket of the people that can pay. The normal folks with Aetna, Blue Cross, private insurance, or the people that, you know, that there's high end, just like how Rush Limbaugh used to say, you like health insurance? I ain't got no health insurance. When I go to the doctor and they give me a bill, I write them a check. But when you're a millionaire, you can do that. Millionaires don't need burial insurance. What? Burial insurance? You know, man, okay, do you think J.G. Wentworth got burial and hospitalization insurance? It's my money and I want it now. J.G. Wentworth J.G. Wentworth probably got his own printing press in his basement. He print money. Insurance? I ain't paying for no insurance. I'm J.G. Wentworth.
Outside a shelter, we meet Mary Anise and her 3 sons. She's being treated here for Parkinson's. I'm very grateful. In my country, it was very difficult. We were not able to get medicine for my condition, she said.
Wait a minute. What country is she from? 3 kids. Y'all know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm thinking. I ain't even going to say it. You know what I'm thinking. 3 kids. Let's see if they say where she from.
Bills so far. Outside a shelter, we meet Mary Anise and her 3 sons. She's being treated here for Parkinson's. I'm very grateful. In my country, it was very difficult. We were not able to get medicine for my condition, she said.
But I thought socialist company, what the liberals here always, their cry, what's always their cry about us picking up the system like socialist countries do? They got free health care. They get free this and free that and free, everything so free they risk their lives to come here to a country that y'all say suck and never was great. What's up, Carlton? We about ready to get out of here and you just rolling in. But hey, appreciate you coming in. Please hit the like, folks, if you haven't hit it before you leave. Now, she left with her 3 kids. I wonder if she brought a husband or if it's just her. So is this three kids that's gonna be on the system, including her. I'm going to steal Carrie's phrase. We talked to, why should I have to pay for somebody else's good, F-U-C-K? But she don't spell it out. She actually just says them. She just says them. But she got a point. I didn't think about it like that. Why should I have to? That's what she says. She says it all the time. Why should I have to pay for somebody else's good, F-U-C-K? She got a point. She got a point. See? She says it all the time. But that's what you're doing. You're paying. You didn't get none of the sensation. None of it. You didn't get none of the sensation. All you got is the bill.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Emergency room pediatrician Dr. Christy Rodriguez says they want to give patients the care they need, but they need funding, with the hospital facing a breaking point.
Is this an emergency here?
I think it's about to be. I think this isn't sustainable how it is right now.
Meanwhile, Denver's public schools are also scrambling to keep up, with nearly 3,000 new migrant students.
So we've had around 100, which makes about 20% now of our student body. Now, over time,
Principal Brian Clark's school now receives 5 to 10 new students per week, what they used to get in an entire year. Now, some classes have hit the 35 student limit. So
ask yourself this question, folks. These kids can't speak English. So what are they doing in school? How are they learning anything if they can't read or write or speak or understand basic English? You know what they got to do? You know what they're going to do, right? They're going to hire teachers from Venezuela, from Guatemala, from El Salvador, from Honduras. And guess what? See, but on the books, this school, whatever the name of this school is, we only have slots for, I'm pulling the number out of my ass, of course, I don't know. We only got slots for 50 teachers. Now we got 100 Spanish-speaking kids that can't speak English. So we got to get Spanish-speaking teachers that can talk to these kids and wean them over to English. Oh, okay, so y'all just going to add on 10 teachers to get? No, actually, no. Yeah, we are going to add on 10 after we get rid of 10 because our budget only accounts for 50 students. I hope y'all tracking what I'm saying. And not every school had an English classes. They probably put, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, Nick. Yes. So it's going to be teachers. They're going to be like, what the hell? I got asked. Yeah. Well, sorry, Mrs. Kerfuffle. I'm not saying you done anything wrong. I mean, we'll accommodate you until you find another spot. You understand? It's for the greater good of the children. Vote left. Remember, next time in that voting booth, push that big blue button. That people don't realize the power, how hard that big blue button hits until it smacks them right upside the head.
Some students have had to be transferred to other schools. Come February 5th, the city says they'll start 35 student limit. So some students have had to be transferred to other schools. Come February 5th, the city says they'll start restricting stays on migrants in shelters and kicking many of them out onto the streets. Some migrants we spoke to said they don't know where they'll go. Lester?
Thanks for watching.
Go back to where you came from. This the last one, y'all. I'm going to click this one. It's 2 minutes and 48 seconds, and we out of there. Then I'll just make my closing arguments and go through the chat and everything. And, we'll go ahead and get this crap eating show on the road.
Now,
oops. Okay, now we got it.
Now to the southern border, where officials confirm it was a record January for illegal border crossings. CBP reporting more than 176,000 migrant encounters in January. That is nearly 19.
Some towns don't have 176,000 people. I bet you some people within the sound of my voice that live in a smallish town or subdivision, suburban, that ain't in a big giant city that don't have 176,000. Where I live is 16,000 people. 16,000. Excuse me, 17,000. My primary place is 17,000. Where I do business is 1,144 people. That's the population of where my business operation is.
1,000 more encounters than January of last year. It is a dip from December's very high numbers, but it is still the most ever for the first month of the year. And as border crossings break records, a Take Our Border Back convoy, calling themselves God's Army, has traveled to several locations along the U.S.-Mexico border in order to protest. One of those spots is right there in Yuma, Arizona. A live look. Another in Quemado, Texas, where News Nation correspondent Jorge Ventura spent today.
Quemado, Texas. Quemado, Texas is between Eagle Pass. Eagle Pass is to the south, and Del Rio is to the north. Quemado is where you get your pecans from. I've been to Quemado, Texas quite a few times. It's been a while, but I've been there before. And you see them pecan groves, pecan trees as far as your eye can see. And you see them they put these white, like giant cloths around the base of the tree. And it's a machine that grabs the trunk of the tree. Literally, I've watched them. And it barely looks like it's moving, but I guess it's shaking it hard enough not to hurt the tree, but to shake all the pecans out of it. It's a machine, and they just drive it from tree to tree. Quemado, Texas is one of the largest pecan producers in the Southwest. This town right here. A little Texas history.
He is now joining us live from Eagle Pass with the very latest tonight. Jorge.
Okay, well, Eagle Pass, he's just south of Quemado. You leave out of Eagle Pass and go north on 277. Go north on 277, you run into Quemado, then you keep going and you run into Del Rio, Texas. Del Rio, the river.
Natasha, I'm right outside a migrant processing facility here in Eagle Pass named Firefly, and the FBI is investigating this facility after they were made aware of threats by extremists. Now, so far, officials actually had to evacuate migrants from this facility, and the FBI says they're further investigating. You can see here, it is under guard by Border Patrol agents right outside the gate. So far, we have not seen any groups try to enter Firefly. This is about 20 miles south from Quemado. That's where the Take Our Borders Back convoy arrived earlier today. They held a rally. Now, that group rode into the small town last night. They spent there the whole day waving American flags and showing support for former President Donald Trump, who could be seen on T-shirts, banners, and signs. Now, law enforcement officials have told News Nation that they're remaining vigilant out of fear that any outside groups may try to take advantage of the convoy's presence. However, the group has stressed their aims to be peaceful. Immigration has become a potent political issue in this election year, and the group says it wants to bring more attention to the border crisis. Some here told me they've been on the road for more than 5 days traveling in this caravan. Texas Republican Congressman Keith Self spoke at today's rally, telling News Nation he backs the Texas Governor Greg Abbott's efforts to secure the southern border.
This needs to be the start of a movement where the American people start pushing back. I want 2024 to be the year where we push back in lots of areas against the overreach of the federal government.
Now, that rally in Quemado did remain peaceful. There were rumors that before that convoy started that some of these groups would try to detain migrants who entered illegally into Texas. Now, we haven't seen any of that. They should be back on the road tomorrow as that convoy continues, Natasha.
Okay, Jorge Ventura live for us tonight in Eagle Pass. We appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation.
My daughter named Natasha. Folks, I don't know what else to say. I mean, well, I do know what to say, but I know what I can and what I cannot say, because there's certain things, if I say it, I already know. Because y'all know the bots ain't playing. They're looking for certain words. And on top of that, you got plenty of people that's just waiting to turn your ass in. As in me. As in, or anybody that says anything that they don't like. So I can make this bigger now because we ain't got no more news things, and so I can read the chat thing. I was trying to make it a little darker than that, but now I gotta find a way in between, because I know you got that and you got black. You know what I mean? Because you got lighten and darken. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way around that to keep it translucent, but keep what you guys put up here. Oh yeah, Massive Dynamics is definitely watching. They don't blink. Massive Dynamic never sleeps. Matter of fact, let me see. I think I got a couple of them. A couple of them on here, because Massive Dynamic, they just pop up at any given time, and they like, I'm sorry, you talk. Did somebody say Massive Dynamic? And there they are. Most of the people, I tell them, look at these real close. The seeds in the apple are human embryos. And the butterfly, the fingers are actually, the webs of it is actually fingers, hands. So the butterfly literally can fly and choke the crap out of you. Y'all, this is going to get worse before it gets better. Now, go ahead and yell at me when I say it's supposed to get better. I mean, worse before it gets better. What do we do? What don't we do? Yeah, that's what they do. What don't they do? They do whatever the hell they want to do. There's going to be a lamb that's going to be sacrificed. It's going to have to happen. I take no glee in saying that. I'm not kidding. I take no joy in saying that. It's going to have to happen. And when the lamb gives up his pound of flesh, that's going to be like when the member of the Black Hand that shot Archduke Ferdinand there in Sarajevo, and his wife in the motorcade when they went the wrong way and then turned backed up and came. There wasn't no GPS in the early 1900s. So, sorry. Street signs probably wasn't all that clear then either. It's Sarajevo. I mean, so what's the climate amongst Texans about this from where I'm at? I'm in the red part of Texas. So they is waiting. They is waiting on the queue. And and that's about all I'm gonna say. I ain't in Austin. I ain't in San Antonio. I ain't in the DFW Metroplex, and I sure the hell ain't in freaking Houston. Shout out to SKC. I know that's where my boy is at. That's my dog right there, for real. But I can't deal with that. I gotta have grass and weeds and snakes and dirt roads And you know what I mean? And look here, when you turn off the blacktop and you turn into the side street, if you can go more than 100 feet and it's still blacktop and it ain't dirt, I'm too close to the city. I got to move out. Nah, I just kidding. But we do. Y'all done seen the videos around my place. That's just how it is. But they don't. But here's the thing. Them people, they ain't all that 100% dummy. They ain't coming over here. They know they won't get any support over here. Their support is in the blue cities. They know. They got handlers. The coyotes even tell them and guide them. They in a world, they're a world of crap trying to come over here. Look, I'm too old. I'm tired. And plus, once I left Keller Construction back in the day, when Mr. Keller started going down and he turning over the reins, to his two sons, and one of them let me know wasn't no guarantee that my spot was still going to be my spot, or even if it did, at the dollar amount of what their father was paying me. Because I took a price cut to go on my own. I took a pay cut. I make way less money than I did working for that man. I work for myself, but I make way less money. It pains me to think about how much less money I make sometime too. But I'm tired. I'm like, I don't need this anymore. All the kids are grown and gone. Hell, we struck out before they even finished school. And even though she like, Daddy, I was so mad at you when you moved us from over there. This, that, and other, all my so-called friends and blah, 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 and this, that, and other move out here. And I've got all these. And now you can count the black kids in school. She's like, Daddy, it's the best thing you ever done for me as a child. And I want to thank you. My own daughter said that. The one that y'all be seeing behind me when I be on the stream, and she dipped down and waved at y'all. Her. It's peaceful. You got your own share of knuckleheads, though, every now and again. But it ain't a knucklehead around every corner. Plus, people tend to approach even kids differently when they know they have real parents in the home. No diss to women, but when even the ones that's thinking of something shady, when they see that you got a father and he's visible. You see him every day at the school, dropping off, picking them up, talking to principal, talking to her track coach, talking to her volley, because she ran track and volleyball. Bianca ran track, talking to the track coach, talking to the volleyball coach, talking to the this, that, and other. They see, plus they like, look at the size of this Negro. They may not say it, but they thinking it. Look at the size of this Negro. So, Mr. Carter, what's going on, bruh? But that's the way it is. So, I figured I done what I felt was the right thing for them. And doing the right thing for you gives me peace of mind. Because I sleep better, easier, knowing that I've taken a burden off of your shoulders, because it's hard enough being a child as it is. And for me to take a load off of you, by default, takes a load off of myself. I hope that makes sense. So, yeah, man, I'm one of the more cordial people you ever want to meet. And I like them after I talk to them for a while and they get used to me. I done had them say, did you grow up in a library or something? You sound like, well, technically, sort of, yeah. My grandfather was the director of the Utley Branch Library. So, sort of, yeah. But I don't fit the mold of what Hollywood and entertainers present. That's how, how us people of color are supposed to be. even the ones with these goofy ass so-called reality shows, well-dressed, well-heeled, wear a manicure, and what are they doing on TV? Yelling at each other over a fucking weave rat. With fake nails, fake butt, fake, just fake. Give me a natural one. I don't care. Well, I don't care. It's yours. I'll take a natural over a fake one anyway. Because if you willing to do that fakeness to put forward a facade, what else is she willing to do? What else about her is fake? Yo, what's up, AM1? And we on our way out of here, bruh. But the chat, man, Oakland, man, y'all catching it right now. I be watching y'all news out there, AM1. Oakland, I mean, it ain't just Oakland. I mean, it's a whole bunch of places, but man, y'all getting some serious heat going on over there, man. It's crazy out there. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, and when I went on my little rant earlier, I hope didn't nobody take it the wrong way. But, you know, anybody that know me know I gets down how I get down, you know, because I say if you don't say it, most won't know it. You know, they'll take it as passe. So throw it out there so everybody know. But I don't mean no harm. So I appreciate y'all for coming. If you missed a part, I'm leaving it up because there's nothing copyright wise. I mean, because if there's a news clip that a source complain or cry about it, you normally get it in a matter of a couple of hours. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll see it now. Crap. And then I'll just move it to, to my Rumble or whatever the heck. Somehow I think BBLs and dirt roads don't mix. They don't. I was watching something. I watched something where they had some guy, the people be out in public like they in the mall, and they asked all these chicks, what do you think men prefer, natural or BBL? And all the women said BBL, 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 BBL. Then she went to the men and say, do you prefer BBL or natural? Natural. I'm telling you, just like my sister said, she said, look, we don't get that. Women don't get all that chop work done for y'all. My sister tell me that. We get that done for each other. Women check out each other more than y'all do. And one thing I do remember, you be in mixed company at a setting with men and women, and y'all, it's above casual, not fully, not white tie and tails, but still dressed up. You let a woman walk in that another woman think look better than she do. And in our eyes, she may not even be close because everybody looks different. I'm like, but she don't look better than you to me. And you think you be saying, well, to me, is that what should count? It do, but it don't. And what's even worse is true as competition. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you. I'll check. It's on my thing. It's on my tablet. So, and it's in my truck. I left it on the charger. So, but appreciate you. Well, shoot, wait a minute. I got the thing for it. Just in case I had one. Here we go. Thank you. I got that one in. No, I gotta have some timber. So so that's what I'm gonna have to use that. Gotta have that when I get it. So, but thank you. I appreciate you. But hey man, hey, come on, y'all. Whether you listen to, I ain't no big rap guy, but y'all got to tell me. Timber was killing them beats. He's killing them. He's one of the best in the game. Him and Pharrell. But anyway, you say, well, babe, what are you worried about? And like I say, you let just by happen chance, another woman walk into a venue. Now, hey, is this mic on? My name is Truth Teller 410, and I'm shutting down this stream. You let her walk in with wearing the same outfit or even look like the same outfit, and she think that she looks better in it than she do. Boy, look here. Y'all gonna have to look. It's time to leave Club Bella Noche.
Well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche, what the hell could you go?
Because it's about ready to be on and popping. To outshine the other woman. They all want to be the prettiest woman in the room. Yeah. I mean, but I tell people, man, I don't know what's wrong with my woman. Nothing. What do you mean? Man, you see how she acting? Ain't nothing you can do about it, dog. She's a woman. She doing what women do. I'm telling you. But when I have women around me and talking and they can't stop playing with their hair, the ones that actually got hair. Now I know it's time for me to stop talking to them and move around. We about ready to take this into a different direction. Y'all be good. Be safe. I appreciate everybody coming. Watch the replay. Watch the replay. If you didn't catch it, y'all be good and be safe.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Peace.